Hey, this is Dancing Rabbit. I want to apologize to all the people that requested a tarot reading that I haven't gotten around to it. I put up that video back right before spring break, and I did an awful lot of the tarot readings during spring break, and then suddenly it was over. And I was back at work, and when I wasn't working or doing something around the house that needed to be doing, I was just basically too worn out, too tired to do tarot reading. Now, I can do tarot reading until I'm way past tired, but I just don't like to start readings when I'm already tired. So I didn't, and I do intend to get to your readings. But this afternoon, something quick, I wanted to show you some of the books and the cards that I use. I have been using for quite a number of years the Robin Wood deck, and I know it's not real easily seen out here in the backyard, but the thing that I like about Robin Wood deck, it's based on the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. So it's not one of these just totally off-the-wall tarot-like cards. They're angel cards. There are all sorts of cards that are operated sort of like tarot cards. You shuffle them, you think about what's going to happen, you deal them out, and there's a book that tells you what they mean. But they don't have any sort of resemblance to a traditional tarot deck. Robin Wood looks very much like a traditional tarot deck, except that the colors are very vibrant, they are beautiful, and there's an awful lot of detail to them. So to me, they're very easy cards to learn how to read, rather than having to memorize. And I know a few readers that use a plain, regular deck of cards. So you're just basically looking at a number and a heart or club, spade or whatever, and you're having to have memorized what that's supposed to mean. With the Robin Wood deck, I find that I can look at the pictures and basically describe the picture. Or possibly I'm saying that the symbols in the pictures are cues to awaken a memory about the card. So I'm just basically looking at the pictures and talking about the pictures and relating a story. It's a lot like reading a little kid's picture book to a little kid, that you're kind of making up the story as you go based on the pictures. And what the picture actually is for me, and the position and the other cards in the spread, is what I'm reading. I've worked with some readers who use what I believe is a cold reading technique, where they are doing a continual rapid back and forth patter with the person they're reading for, and they don't seem to be getting the information so much from the cards as from the other person. Now, I can't do that. I don't know how to do it. I guess maybe I could learn if I really tried. But that type of reading is something completely different from what I do. I read the cards. Now, there's some intuition involved and some creativity, some inspiration involved, but I read the cards. Now, if you want to learn how to do tarot, particularly Robin Wood, my first recommendation is Tarot Plain and Simple. This is written by Anthony Lewis. It's by Anthony Lewis, and the illustrations are by Robin Wood. So, although this book could be used for Rider-Waite or Universal Waite or any of the other traditional type tarot cards, it is very specific to the Robin Wood deck. And so if you're reading Robin Wood, Tarot Plain and Simple is the book to get. Another one that's kind of fun is called the Robin Wood Tarot, the book. And this is actually by Robin Wood. And in this book, she has a couple of pages on each tarot card, and she goes into detail as to how she drew it. And there are even sketches of some of her early sketches that she rejected, that she modified before the deck was finally published. So if you want to get insight into Robin Wood's thinking and why she chose this or that color for the lining of the cloak of the King of Pentacles. It's in the book. The only thing I can think of offhand that is anywhere near this detailed is the costuming for the Lord of the Rings movies. I got to go to a museum exhibit here in Houston a couple of years ago and actually look at the costumes, and they were absolutely amazing. Not only the visible detail, but for example, on the inside of the leather armor of the riders of Rohan were embossed seals of the Right Martyr. And so there were all these details that were inside the stuff that nobody is ever going to see. Probably even the actor that put on the costume wouldn't actually see it. But it was there. And it's the same kind of attention to detail in the Robin Wood Tarot book. Another book that I would recommend, and this is taking tarot off in a different direction, is Tarot Spells. And Tarot Spells is by Janita Renee. And in this book, she uses the Robin Wood deck rather than as a divination tool. It's a tool of more like projective magic, of setting up one or two or three or more tarot cards to do a spell, so that you're meditating on the picture and the symbolism in the spell. Some of the spells use candles. Now, I don't use tarot spells all that often. I've used them occasionally. It's been a long time. But if you're interested in tarot, particularly Robin Wood deck, I would highly recommend that as a book. Now, as far as my own readings, I am not going to be able to do any readings today. I've already done and will be uploading 3 different videos today. This is Mother's Day, and Feather and I are going out somewhere special, and then there's the mundane things around the house and getting ready for Monday morning work, because I have some, I guess you'd call it homework that I really need to do. I've kind of put it off and faked it about as long as I can. So, that's kind of the update on the tarot situation. So, till next time, Dancing Rabbit wishing you all peace.